Never in the history of Holy Cross College this has happened. And what's this? This is the conversion of a text into a performance. We, the students of 3rd B.A English Literature, Holy Cross College, have been instrumental in converting Alice Gerstenberg's Overtones into a performance. Alice Gerstenberg's Overtones is considered to be one of the foremost examples to dramatize unconsciousness on stage. In this, Gerstenberg uses the characters of Hetty and Maggie to dramatize the characters of Harriet and Margaret. To be in Freudian terms, this can be called as the id and the ego. Hetty and Maggie are the wild and primitive selves of Harriet and Margaret. Overtones was first staged on November 8, 1912 by Washington Square Players in Bandbox Theatre, and it was first published in Gerstenberg's 10 one-act plays, and it has appeared in many subsequent anthologies. Harriet wears jealous green gown and her counterpart Hetty wears a dress of the same kind of a darker shade. And Margaret wears lavender colored dress and her counterpart Maggie wears dress of the same kind of darker shade.
Harriet, my other self, my trained self.
Yes.
Oh, Harriet, I want to talk to you.
Well,
Oh, Harriet, you're looking so beautiful today.
am I presentable, Hetty?
Suits me.
I've tried to make the best of the good points.
My passions are deeper than yours. I can't put on the mask as you do. I'm crude and real, and you're my appearance in the world.
I'm what you wish the world to believe you are.
You were the part of me that has been trained.
I'm your educated self.
I'm the rushing river, and you are the ice over the current.
I'm your subtle overtones.
But together, we are the wife of one man, Charles Goodrich.
Hey, I disagree with you. I'm alone his wife.
But, Harriet, how can you say such a thing?
Certainly, I'm the one who have to flatter him. I have to be the one who talks to him. If I gave you a chance, you would say that you disliked him.
I don't love him, that's certain.
You leave all the fibbings to me. My calm, soft manner hides your hatred.
Oh, if you love him,
It isn't my business to love anybody.
then why need you object me calling him my husband?
I resent your appropriation of a man who is managed only through the cleverness of my artifice.
You may be clever enough to deceive him, Harriet, but I can't forget that he is my husband, and I can't forget that I might have married John Cadwell.
How foolish of you to remember John Caldwell just because we saw his wife the other day.
That's what I want to talk to you now. She may be here at any moment, and I want to tell you of what to talk to her this afternoon.
By all means, tell me now. You have a most annoying habit of interrupting me when people are present.
Impress her.
Hetty dear, is it not my custom to impress people?
I hate her.
I can't let her see that.
I hate her because she married John.
Only after you refused him.
Was it my fault that I refused him?
That's right, blame me.
Yes, it was your fault. You told me he was very poor and would never be able to do anything. Look at him now, known in Europe, returned from 8 years in Paris, famous.
It was too poor a gamble at that time to accept him. It was much safer to accept Charles' money and position.
And then, John married Margaret within a year.
Out of spite.
Freckle, gawky looking thing she was too.
Europe improved her. She was starving the other morning.
Make her jealous today.
Shall I be haughty or cordial or caustic?
But you must let her know that we are rich.
Oh yes, I do that quite easily now.
You must put it on a bit.
Never fear.
Tell her I love my husband.
My husband?
Are you going to quarrel with me?
No, I have no desires to quarrel with you. It is too uncomfortable. I couldn't get away from you.
You must be a stupid fool to make me refuse John.
Don't get me all excited. She might be here at any moment. I wouldn't be in proper condition to meet her.
I would shock you for robbing me of John.
Don't muss me.
You don't know how you made me suffer.
It isn't my business to have heartaches.
You are bloodless. Nothing but sham. Well, I...
Be quiet. I can't let her see that I've been fighting with my inner self.
And now, after all my suffering, you say it has cost you more than it has cost me to be married to Charles. The pain's there still in my heart. I've paid the price. I've paid. Charles is not your husband.
He is.
He isn't.
He is.
He isn't. I'll kill you.
Don't. Don't. You're stronger than I. You are.
Say he's mine.
He's.
Subject. You must go there. You have so much taste for dress and you will really enjoy seeing their costumes.
Isn't she going to pass the cake?
John painted several portraits there.
Why don't you stop her bragging and tell her we have an automobile?
At last.
Thank you.
Automobile.
What a delicious cake.
Yes, it is good cake, isn't it? There are always great many people buying it at Harper's. I waited 15 minutes in my automobile this morning, waiting for my chauffeur to get it.
Make her order a portrait.
If you stopped at Harper's, you would have noticed the new gowns in Henderson's. Aren't the shop windows alluring these days?
Even my chauffeur notices.
I know you have an automobile. I heard you the first time.
I notice gowns now with an artist's eye as John does. The one you're wearing on now is very paintable.
Don't let her see you're anxious to be painted.
Oh, it's just a little model.
Don't seem anxious to get the order.
Perhaps it isn't the gown itself, but the way you wear on that pleases the eye. Some people can wear anything with grace.
Yes, I'm very graceful.
You flatter me, my dear.
On the contrary, Harriet, I have an intense admiration for you. I remember how beautiful you were as a girl. In fact, I was quite jealous when John was paying you so much attention.
She's gloating because I lost him.
Those were childhood days in a country town.
She's trying to make you feel that John is only a country boy.
Most great men have come from the country. There is a fair chance for John to be added to this list.
I know it, and I'm bitterly jealous of you.
Undoubtedly, he owes much of his success to you. Margaret, your experience in economy and your ability to endure hardship. Those first few years in Paris must have been a struggle.
Yes, we did find life difficult at first, not the luxurious start a girl has who marries wealth.
Denied that you married Charles for a son.
But John and I are so congenial in our tastes that we were impervious to hardship or unhappiness.
Do you love each other? Is it really true?
Did you have all the romance of starving for his art?
Get even with her.
Not for long. Prince Rhea soon discovered John's genius and introduced him royally to the wealthy Paris, gave him many orders.
Are you telling the truth or are you lying?
If he had so many opportunities there, you must have had great inducements to come back.
We did, but not the kind you think.
John became the rage among Americans traveling in France too, and they simply insisted upon John's coming here.
Whom is he going to paint here?
What names did I make up?
Just at present, Miss Dorothy Ainsworth of Oregon is posing. You might not know her by name, but she is the daughter of a wealthy miner who found gold in Alaska.
Dare say there are many Western people we've never heard of.
You must have found social life very interesting.
There's no need to remind us that our beginnings were the same.
Of course, Charles' family made everything delightful for me. They're so well connected.
Flatter her.
I heard it mentioned yesterday that you made yourself very popular. Someone said you were very clever.
Who told you that?
Nobody.
Oh, confidence should be suspected. Respected, I mean. They said too that you are gaining reputation as a critic of art.
I make no pretenses.
Are you and Mr. Goodrich interested in the same thing?
No.
Yes, indeed. Charles and I are inseparable.
I wonder.
Do have another cake?
Oh yes.
I really shouldn't after my big luncheon. John took me to the Ritz and we were invited to the Bedfords for dinner. They have such a magnificent house near the drive. I really shouldn't, but the cakes are so good.
Starving. Yes.
No, thank you. How wonderfully life has arranged itself for you. Wealth, position, a happy marriage, every opportunity to enjoy all pleasures.
Don't call me happy. I've never been happy ever since I gave up John. All these years without him, a future without him. I shall win him back, away from you.
I sometimes think it is unfair for anyone to be as happy as I am. Charles and I are just as much in love now as when we married. To me, he's just the dearest man in the world.
My John is. I love him so much I could die for him. I'm going through hunger and want to make him great. He loves me. He worships me.
I should like to meet Mr. Goodrich. Bring him to our studio. John has some portraits to show him. Not many, because all have been purchased by the subject. He gets us as much as $4,000 now.
As much as that?
It's not really too much when one considers John is in the foremost ranks. A picture painted by him will double and triple in its value.
It's a lie. He's growing weak with despair.
Does he paint all day long?
No, he draws advertisements for a bread.
When you and your husband come to see us, telephone us first.
So I can get advertisements out of the way.
Otherwise, you might arrive while he has a sitter. John refuses to let me disturb when he is sitting.
Make her ask for an order.
Lagrange offered to paint me for 1,000.
Louis Lagrange? Louis Lagrange's reputation is not that worthy.
Well, I've heard his work well mentioned.
Yes, he's doing splendid work.
Oh dear me, Louis Lagrange is praised only by the masses. He is not accepted by the artists themselves.
Must I really pay the full price?
Lagrange thought I would make a good subject.
Let her fish for it.
Of course you would. Why don't you let Lagrange paint you if you trust him?
She doesn't seem anxious to have John do it.
But if Lagrange isn't accepted by artists, it would be a waste of time to pose for him.
Yes, I think it would.
Give us the order. John is so despondent. He cannot endure much longer. Help us, help me, save us.
Don't seem too eager.
And yet, if he charges only 1,000, one might consider it.
If you really wish to be painted, do pay an extra amount. And John would consider his usual price as you two were good friends.
Hurrah!
That's a very nice of you to suggest, but I don't know.
For God's sake, say yes.
Of course. I don't know whether John would. He is very peculiar in these matters. He places his value on his work and not on his price.
You needn't try to make us feel small.
I might quite delicately mention.
Finish what I want to say.
Help her out.
Oh yes, introductions will follow the exhibition of my portrait. No doubt
Be patronizing.
No doubt I shall be able to introduce your husband to his advantage.
Saved.
If I find John in propitious mood, I shall talk about your beauty for your sake.
We can go now.
Don't let her think she's doing us a favor.
It will give me a great pleasure to add my name to your husband's patronesses.
Run home and tell John the good news.
I little guessed when I came for a pleasant chat about old times that it would develop into business arrangements. I had no idea, Harriet, that you had any intention of being painted by Lagrange too. Well, I came just in time to rescue you.
Run home and tell John. Hurry, hurry.
You managed the order very neatly. They didn't suspect that you needed it.
Now, if the portrait is not well, I will blame you, Margaret. I'm relying upon your opinion of John's talent.
She doesn't suspect what you came for. Run home and tell John.
You always had a brilliant mind, Margaret.
Ha, it is you who flatter me now.
You don't have to stay so long. Run home.
One does not flatter when one tells the truth.
I must be going, or you will have completely under your spell.
Yes, do go. I have to dress for dinner.
Oh, don't hurry.
No, really, I must, and I'm sure we'll see often in the studio.
I hate you.
I came for your gold.
How delightful it is to know you again.
I'm going to make you suffer.
My kind regards to John.
He has forgotten all about you.
He'll be so happy to see you again.
I shall wait then until you send me a word.
He'll be so happy to receive you.
I can hardly wait to talk to him again.
It has been joy to you, Margaret.
I shall talk to John soon after this and let you know when to come.
I love him, I love him.
He's starving, I'm starving.
I'm going to take him away from you.
I want your money and influence.
I'm going
to rob you.
I've had such a delightful afternoon.
It has been joy to see you, Margaret.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, my dear.